Bryan Allen Braman, born on May 4th, 1987, and passed away on July 17th, 2025. More than just an NFL linebacker, Braman represented perseverance, tenacity, and the ability to overcome life's harshest setbacks. Though his professional football tenure spanned 7 seasons, the inspiration he provided continues to resonate well beyond his years on the field. Braman's life story was one defined not by comfort, but by unrelenting drive and an unwavering will to succeed. Braman's football roots extended through several colleges, starting with Idaho, then Long Beach City College, and finally West Texas A&M. He entered the professional league in 2011 when he was signed by the Houston Texans as an undrafted free agent. Over time, he went on to play for the Philadelphia Eagles and later the New Orleans Saints. His most celebrated moment came in 2018 when he played a part in the Eagles Super Bowl LII victory. At the time of his passing, his net worth was reported to be around $4 million, a financial and personal success built from relentless hard work and resilience. Born and raised in Spokane, Washington, Braman grew up in the economically challenged Hilliard neighborhood. Raised by his mother, Tina Braman Fields. Following the departure of his father, young Bryan's early years were marred by instability and frequent relocations. He and his younger sister experienced homelessness at several points, moving from place to place as their mother worked tirelessly to keep the family afloat. These early struggles played a major role in shaping Bryan's inner toughness and outlook on life. At Shadow Park High School, Braman initially focused on track and field, a sport in which he showed promise. Eventually, he gravitated toward football, an instinctive shift that aligned with his natural physical gifts. At 6 feet 5 inches tall and 230 pounds, Braman was a standout presence. His build and athleticism were deeply rooted in family genetics. His grandfather, Ivan Cecil Braman, stood 7 feet 4 inches tall and weighed over 360 pounds, while his mother was a star sprinter during her school years. Bryan inherited the best of both, combining size and speed in a rare package. His transition into college football was far from easy. He began his collegiate athletic career at the University of Idaho. However, personal battles, including mental health challenges, especially depression, hindered his academic performance and forced him to leave the university. With football temporarily behind him, he moved to Iowa and took on backbreaking work installing concrete railroad ties. Earning barely above minimum wage, Braman found himself living out of parks, often with only his dog for company. These were some of his darkest days, ones that could have broken his spirit, but they only made him more determined. Not willing to let go of his dream, he enrolled at Long Beach City College, returning to the football field with new purpose. Despite limited exposure due to eligibility constraints and time away from the game, his skills were undeniable. Eventually, he transferred to Division II program West Texas A&M, where he helped lead the Buffaloes to a Lone Star Conference South Championship in 2009. Unfortunately, just as he was finding stability, Braman's senior season came to an abrupt halt due to a legal issue. Law enforcement discovered psilocybin mushrooms at a property he was connected to. Although Braman claimed he no longer lived at the residence, his name remained on the lease. He accepted a plea deal in June 2011, receiving a year of deferred adjudication and a fine of $2,000. A month later, the case was dismissed, freeing him to chase his professional aspirations. Despite being passed over in the 2011 NFL Draft, Braman signed with the Houston Texans as a rookie free agent. It was in Houston that he truly began to shine, particularly on special teams. Fans admired his aggressive, all-in playing style. One memorable moment that defined his grit occurred in the final game of his rookie season. Braman made a stunning tackle on a Tennessee Titans returner while his helmet had been knocked off. The fearless hit circulated widely on sports media and became an instant highlight. His breakout year came in 2012 when he was named a Pro Bowl alternate. That season, he blocked several punts, including one return for a touchdown against the Indianapolis Colts. His reputation as a special teams force was solidified. In 2014, Braman took the next step in his career by signing a 2-year deal worth over $3 million with the Philadelphia Eagles. His consistency, high energy, and unselfish team play earned him the respect of coaches and teammates. His primary role continued to be on special teams, where he thrived. In 2017, Braman signed with the New Orleans Saints, but was sidelined due to injury just 10 days later. The Saints released him, but fate had another plan. That December, the Eagles re-signed Braman in time for the playoffs. He made an immediate impact. His critical punt block in the divisional round game against the Falcons was instrumental in the Eagles' 15-10 victory. That postseason, the Eagles made an unforgettable run, culminating in their Super Bowl LII victory over the New England Patriots. Braman contributed on special teams and recorded a tackle in the game, earning a Super Bowl ring and solidifying his place in Eagles lore. In 2025, Braman was faced with the most difficult challenge of his life. It was publicly revealed that he had been diagnosed with a rare and aggressive form of cancer. The news sent shockwaves through the football community, which responded with an outpouring of support. A GoFundMe campaign set a modest goal of $25,000 to assist with his treatment. The response was overwhelming. Braman faced his illness with the same resilience he had shown throughout his life. Supported by family, friends, teammates, and fans, he remained courageous until the end. His final days were marked not by sadness, but by the legacy of strength, loyalty, and love he left behind. On July 17, 2025, Bryan Braman passed away at the age of 38. He is survived by his 2 daughters, whose lives he helped shape with his determination and courage. For many, Braman's story goes far beyond the football field. He is remembered not just for sacks, blocks, or tackles, but for how he turned pain into purpose and adversity into achievement. His life was a narrative of rising from hardship to glory. From being homeless in parks to lifting a Super Bowl trophy, Braman's journey reminds us that the path to greatness is rarely smooth. It takes more than talent. It demands resilience, courage, and heart. Though his time was cut short, Bryan Braman's spirit continues to inspire those who knew him and even those who only knew of him. He showed the world what it means to keep pushing forward regardless of the odds. His legacy lives on, reminding us all that heroes come not just from the game, but from the grit behind the game.